What's up guys, Brian here from Audio Geek. I'm back yet again with another cool audio review for you guys. I'm also very excited because this is the first product I get to review from a company named Letshuoer. They're a very well known brand, well established in the in-ear monitor community. So I was very excited when Sherry from Letshuoer reached out to me and said, listen, we want to send you two IEMs, please test them out for us and tell us what you think. This one is the D02. It is a budget IEM by them. They normally, these guys make IEMs right up to the kilobuck levels. Me personally, I love to review budget IEMs because it's to help new guys who's getting into the market. It's also there for people who don't have the funds to buy the kilobuck stuff. That's why I love reviewing budget, and we will see how this measures up. I've actually reviewed a few other ones in the budget range, so it will be nice to measure these up to those ones. The package took, it was less than 2 weeks it was with me, so South African viewers, it's very fast, then you have it with you. So without further ado guys, let's get into the unboxing of this Letshuoer D02. If we check out the unboxing, this is a very environmentally friendly box. At this price, $29, I'm not really worried about packaging at all. I mean, it is in the budget range. So basically you get this environmentally friendly box. You've got this nice slide over piece here. It says Letshuoer D02. Here at the back, it's just who the manufacturer is. And then you can just slide this off. If we open this box up, this is a really, you've basically got the box, then you've got all your paperwork inside here, like your quality control and your instructions, and then you've got this box. Now I'm going to get into this with the look and build, guys. But this is a really nice material. I don't even know what material this is. So when you screw that open, looks like this. You've got a really cool wheel over here. I see one of these tips just fell in. You've got this real cool wheel. Wow, you've got 3 pairs of different. You've got wide bores here and narrow bores, and then you've got these beautiful ones which we will get into the look and build. This is really nice. I did not expect such a cool carrying case. I'm definitely going to get into this with the look and build. So speaking of that, and without further ado, let's get into the look and build. If we check out the look and build here, guys, and I on purposely chose this pinkish color. You get them in 2 colors. You get them in a type of a cyan or a green, not really green, a blue-green cyan. I don't really know what you call that color, but you get it in that color, and then you get it in this beautiful color. And I think what I'm going to be doing to these is I think I'm going to give them to my wife. This will make a really nice gift for your girlfriend or your wife or your daughter, guys. It's a resin when you're at the bottom, so you can have a nice look at that fat driver sitting there, and then on the top here you have metal, and then you have some bling here on the faceplate. So it looks quite well put together, I have to say, for a budget IEM. Reminds me a lot about the Tanchum. What was that model? Tanchum 1. Oh, there was also this budget one with very neutral one, which everybody loved. So the build looks quite similar to that. The cable, they added one of these Velcro things that I hate. So I'm going to take it off right now. I hate these things. I say it in all my reviews. I don't know if any of you guys also feel like that about these things. This Velcro strip, I take it off and I throw it away. You get very nice leather cable organizers if you really want a cable organizer. The cable feels nice and soft. I spoke in one of my earlier reviews now about cables that come with budget IEMs that you can immediately feel, listen, this thing is going to get very stiff. It's a type of plastic that they use that gets very stiff within like 3 months, but this I can feel this is not going to do it. It coils actually quite nicely. I like this. It's a bit thin. I like thick cables, but I think if you are giving this to someone, a female, then they will like these thin cables. As you can see, my one is in a USB-C. You get them in 3.5 millimeters, and also the USB-C one. This looks seriously cool. Let's try a fit here. Now, I've got big ears. Yeah, there's no problem here, and these fit actually quite nice. I think these will be very non-fatiguing, and depending on their sound profile, which I will get into later, these can actually be your everyday carry around pair if it matches your sound profile. If you have a look at the tips, it's the normal silicone tips. I mean, you get it with most IEMs, but what's nice is that they've added 2 sets. Now, I evaluated a set the other day, which it was, I think it was over $100 or something like that, and they didn't even include like these guys are doing here now, a set of wide Bosch and a set of narrow Bosch, you know, that you can use for bass, and the other one you can use again for vocals and stuff like that. The carrying case I have to get into. It on the inside, when I look here, it's a plastic thread here. So this one turns into this, but the material on the outside, it doesn't feel like plastic. I can't describe what it feels like. It's difficult to put it into words, but it's almost, it feels like metal. It feels like, I know it's plastic on the inside, but it's a metal type material. This is a really cool case, guys. I really like this. I think that is it for the look and build, guys, and we can get over to the connectivity. If we have a quick look here at the connectivity, you get it in a 3.5 millimeter, and then you also get this really cool USB-C type connector, and what I like about this, it's not straight, it's hooked. So what I found, it's especially if you lie in bed with your cell phone and your headphones port is at the bottom, and let's say you're watching TikTok videos or whatever, and you're lying in your bed, and you basically got your phone on your chest like this. What happens is, at the bottom, your cables start to make a bend, and then your cables breaks. But if they do it in an L shape like this, then it's really cool. So I definitely chose the USB-C port. The nice thing about that is you can most cell phones these days, they've only got USB-C ports. The 3.5 millimeter audio jack is a dying breed. The nice thing is, then you also get a extra DAC chip here, and if you've got something on your Android phone like the IB music player, you can do bit perfect mode, and then you can actually have a listen to this DAC, and that is what I'm going to do when I get in there. I can connect it to my other DAPs. You get a lot of DAPs that also got USB-C, and laptops, if you don't, your laptop or PC is a bit old and it doesn't have a USB-C, then you can always just use a USB-C to USB connector. And yeah, I think that's what I'm going to say about the connectivity. We can jump over to the specs. just busy checking out the specs here, and what I can immediately see is that it's a bigger driver than the normal drivers. It's a 11 millimeter dual magnetic circuit, dual chamber dynamic driver, so it's a little bit bigger, and I hope that it's going to produce some nice bass. Shell material is an aluminium alloy and a polycarbonate. I've got the USB-C version cable. It's a bit sensitive. I don't think these will be very difficult to drive, guys. 108 dB sensitivity and 26 ohms. You can drive it from any cell phone. I don't even think I will, however, connect it to a bit more stronger power to see if it does scale up and if the sound signature changes at all. But yeah, for a budget model, I'm very happy with the specs. Now I'm going to be listening to these for a week, put them through their paces, and then I'll see you guys back here for the sound impressions. Hello guys, and I'm back after a week with my sound impressions. I've listened to this D02 extensively. Right off the bat, I can tell you it is a very vocal centric IAM. The upper mids is boosted, and then the rest is just neutral. The bass is neutral to me, the treble is neutral to me. So if you can just smooth out those upper mids, then you will have one of the most neutral IAMs I've ever heard. It's a technical little beast for the price. I cannot believe the technicalities, which I will get into later, that I got out of these little monitors. If you look at the bass, there's a song by T for Fun, which I like very much. It's one of my favorite songs, Te Amo. And the bass was weak and non-existent. I actually thought if Letshuoer could just give this thing a bit more bass, then this will be the best all-rounder budget contender out there. I've got no doubt about it. There's the next song I listened to was TTO, The Power of Love. It's a house mix, and man, the vocals dominated that song. Couldn't even listen to the bass because the vocals just draws you in, and the 3D holographic imaging as well. It sounded seriously good. Then there's a song, it's a very old song by Cyrees. It's a cover, and it's The Sound of Silence. Man, the same thing. The mid-bass punch, I usually listen to that song for mid-bass punch, and that mid-bass punch was just non-existent. It was very neutral. I thought, okay, well, then let me go on from EDM music. Let's go to something a bit more rock-like, see if I can't get a bit of bass there out of instruments like drums. So I used Massive Attack Inertia Creep, and the bass was a bit more isolated, but it was just not there. And because this is a very sensitive monitor, I told you guys in the specs, it is a very sensitive driver, and when you give it a bit of a bass boost, it tends to distort. So these, I tried giving it more power, see if we get a bit of more control on the driver, if we can't extract a bit more bass, and no, even with bass boost, it started to distort. So bass lovers, you are going to be disappointed. This does not make this a bad IM. Remember, not everybody likes bass. So I would say that's it for the bass. We can move over to the mids. If we check out the mids, and oh boy, I'm going to introduce you to South Africa, to some South African music. This is in Afrikaans, my mother tongue. When I was listening for the mids, and obviously male vocals, there's a song by a band called Weerligstraal, or it's a DJ or something in my country, and the song's name is Skyn deur rook. It means shine through the smoke. And man, that guy has got a very deep, beautiful male vocal voice, and there's also an electric guitar on there. and because mids is the most prominent part of this IEM, that electric guitar and those male vocals sounded seriously sublime, guys. Again, I linked another song there by Weerligstraal. You guys can go and check it out. For me, sometimes when I hear a song, let's say in Italian, and I don't know what the guy is saying, what his meaning of the song, but I still like the beat, and sometimes you learn some of the words even though you don't know what it means. So this one is called Leeg, and that's female vocals again, and man, that female vocals was floating around in its own space and time. What's another song? Oh yeah, Dire Straits, Fade to Black. If you want to look at the specific genre that this D02 is made for, then definitely, if music like Dire Straits, anything with the guitar and vocals, this IEM shines, guys. Yeah, acoustic guitar, same thing. There was a song by Novecento called Shape of My Heart. I know there's another guy that does it. I think the album's name is Six String Theory or something, but it's beautiful guitars, and these are mid-centric, mid-focused IEM, so that sounded sublime. The mids is really the star of the show here. It can be a little bit shouty if you give it a bit of volume. It can be a bit shouty in the upper mids, but for me it's not a problem because I am a mids lover. So for me that is not a problem at all. The treble actually surprised me a bit because I thought when I saw the graph that oh man, this treble is going to be a bit flat and it's going to be a bit dull sounding. When I started with some Miles David and the song So What, the mid part of the pianos dominated the cymbals, and the trumpet was a bit more forward. Yeah, I was right, the treble is a bit neutral. Same thing, there's a song 7 and 73 by Patrice Rushen. I love to use that song to evaluate treble because it's got a flute there that goes a bit high. It's got these little bells and whistles and gongs and thingies going around all over the song. I'm going to mention it again, the holographic imaging on this IEM. Man, that drum roll in this specific song, yeah, you guys must listen. There's a drum roll inside there. It sounded like that drum roll was going right round my head. I mean, soundstage is here and here. This thing was right round my head. And there was another song as well where I was listening to the song, and I stood up from my desk and I walked to the fridge to go pour myself some cool drink, and all of a sudden I heard whispers behind me. And I had to look and say, oh no man, it's part of the song. So the imaging on this D02 is out of this world. There's another song, Max Roach Equipoise. I picked up a lot of background noise on that song. It almost sounded like you had a bit of a dirty vinyl going on there. So what I realized was, because this driver is so efficient, it's picking up background noise and bad recordings very easily. So watch out, this thing is very revealing. It will show you a bad recording quickly. Yeah, that's it for the treble. I'm very happy with the treble. There's no brightness, there's no screechiness. It's just a beautiful neutral treble. If we go on to the technicalities, unfortunately, if you get a very technical, there's always a bit of a negative. If you got a very technical IEM, then it's not going to be very musical. You know, so the P.R.A.T factor there, it didn't have a very big P.R.A.T factor because it's so technical. Soundstage is brilliant. It's like this wide. I'm going to mention again the holographic imaging, and then the transients, man, keeps up very well. Because it's a very, very light driver material, and because it's very efficient, it goes up and down very, very quickly. So I'm very, very happy with that. And that's it for the sound part, guys. So what we can do now is hop on over to my conclusion. So to conclude, on the Letshuoer D02, I'm going to give it a very solid 3.5 stars. The build quality is amazing, guys. I love the idea that you're getting the 3 DSP cable. You don't have to buy another dongle, and what I was talking about, how it fits, is like this. So when you've got it on your chest, when you're lying in bed, there's going to be no distraction of your cable here, so that is a very big plus point. I actually am going to give these to my wife. She's been eyeing them. I think this is a perfect gift, and also with Christmas round the corner, $29 is nothing. If you got a female in your life, get her a pair of these. I'm sure she's going to like it. This carrying case is something else. It looks like some sort of hockey puck, and I still can't describe the material because it's plastic inside, but on the outside it doesn't feel plastic. It's this seriously cool material. Yeah, we should buy it. Well, if you're a vocal lover, then definitely. If you're a guy that's not into bass, you like your IMs a bit more mid-bass focused, a bit more neutral in the bass and treble reason, then these are specifically for you. They're also very good for calls, because they are boosted in the mids, and that's where the voices is. And this one of mine, I took the mic version and I actually made a couple of calls with them, and they worked phenomenally for that. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching my review. Guys, thank you very much for taking the time out of your busy schedules to watch my review. If you like my content, please subscribe to my channel. Bottom right is the subscribe button. If you have any questions, please feel free to hit me up in the comments. We can also join my Facebook group. A lot of cool guys there, lots of information, lots of nice products.